Good evening. Welcome, everybody. Appreciate you being here. So, that song is Flogging Molly, the worst day since yesterday. And today is not my worst day. And neither was yesterday. And for that, I am thankful. However, there is somebody I know who does struggle um, sometimes. And the best part about it is that we don't all struggle extremely hard at the same time. Therefore, we can help each other out and let other people lean on us when they need to. My purpose for this show is to let a person know that I do care about him and his well being. Um, and I definitely think that there is hope that he doesn't have to feel despair. Um, Nobody likes to be in that position, that's for sure. And this is with all sincerity. There's no satire or um, trolling behind this. This is for real. And so, Rebel, I want to let you know that I am here for you. Um, I can't always help people out financially, but I can be a friend to somebody who I care about. Earlier, that was my water bottle that distracted me because it popped um, while it was sitting still, I thought. At any rate, so getting back to the topic, um, what was the topic? I'm just kidding. So basically, I do care about him and I can be there for him. Um, when people just bully him at any chance that they get, um, it irks me to no end. It really, really does. And what I can do and what I do is I speak up and I speak out and I shout it from the rooftops that it's not appropriate. It's not appropriate. And I can't force people to say things that they don't want to say. But I can put out my opinion. And my opinion counts for something. And so does yours. Whether you live in Canada, Australia, England, United States, um, anywhere near the Gulf of America, like St. Petersburg, Treasure Island, Madeira Beach, the formerly known as the Gulf of Mexico. Um, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'd like to give some shout outs. First and foremost, Big Ed, Happy Hippie, Ruru, what's up? Um, Happy Hippie again, Big Ed. Jackstar, it's been a while. Sugar Crits, Hebrew, what's up? I feel like you go under different names in different chats. Interesting. Moshi X, welcome. Lord Poon, Roscon, what's up? She says, I recently listened to. Uh-oh. That's a cute picture. I recently listened to your cover of Anyway. I think that would be an amazing video to play for Rebel, Anarchy Chick with the flower. Thank you. Yeah, Rebel needs some cheering up. Apparently, Katie decided that she wanted to post a disparaging message about my buddy Rebel. And I don't appreciate that. It was a very bullying message. I think that if you saw it, you would think the same way. Also, I see that Poon, he's calling himself now Lord Poon. He also changes it from stream to stream. He was speaking to Rebel over at Rebel's stream, and then him and I had some exchanges. Well, listen, he's totally a simp for the wrong people. And what I mean by that is that he is taking sides or sticking up for simping for people with whom have done some really, really, really bad things. You guys think that, oh, Shelly said some really, bad things on her stream. Yes, I have probably. Okay. I'm getting better. So I see how Poon was saying, oh, this person's getting better. They're trying to change. I get that, but it kind of depends on the types of things they did in the past. That even gives them a pass to give them a chance to change. In other words, like I said earlier, when you see somebody who has psychopathic tendencies, I would just kind of watch them from afar. I wouldn't get involved with them in any way, shape, or form because they hurt people. Right? Right. Now say something about that. All right, this is a good point. What's up, Manimal and Crazy Dingo? Lord Poon is saying that and that's a good picture of you also. So tell me again why you let Peanut get away with the shit she did, but you're gonna say something when people mess with Rebs. Well, Lord Poon, honestly, sometimes I have to pick my battles. And when I know that something has happened fully and I know the story fully, that's when I get involved. Now, that's when I get involved. You understand? Did that clear everything up for you? I understand that you are having a grudge against a person. And that's understandable. Everybody has grudges against people. And, it's best to kind of clear that up, because when you have a resentment against somebody, you're only hurting yourself and not them, because they clearly don't give a fuck. But you do, for no apparent reason. Manimal is saying that, Anarchy Chick is a voice of reason, truth, and a vision of beauty with a big booty. Oh, no, it doesn't say that. I appreciate that. And I think that we all have input, which is nice. Jackstar. Hold on. I'm having a lot of excess saliva. Life is pain, princess. Namaste. Wow. You really went there, didn't you? Swedish Sugar's here, my buddy, my friend. Anybody who ever talks smack about her will get the smackdown from me. So I'm just going to put that out there right now, because I co-signed for Swedish Sugar. So if anybody has a problem with that, you are welcome to confront me about it, because I will tell you to go fuck yourself, and you're not going to talk about my friend in any type of a way, or and get away with it, or threaten her in any way, or do anything that's going to cause her grief in her life, which actually she really doesn't take things personally, and she's pretty thick skinned, like actually way more than a lot of people out here, even Rebel. However, Rebel does have good hair, and he does take every opportunity to remind us of that his hair is good. Not everybody we know on here, as far as like in this whole big circle of people we've known for a long time, has good hair, but Rebel does. Enough said. All it did is tell me you're a puss, Shelly. More like you might be, because you have to call me that without using like regular words. So pretty sure you're the kettle calling the pot black. Okay? You're the black one, not me. We're 0.23. They're back. They're back. Because she goes with her friends. No standards, Spoon. No standards. No standards. Go, go. No standards. Hey, you got the standards. Well, that's good for you and me. We all got standards. Oh, can't you see? We're 2, 3, point 2, 3. You are a dumb ass. You're a dumbass. The end. Clip it. So Laura Boone, did you say I have nothing to resent against Peanut? Dude, remind me of the story, because all I know is that there was like a wallet stolen, a cell phone stolen, everything was returned, people were drunk. I don't know. Look, that was like 3 years ago. Okay. Peanut hooked me up. You know what I mean? And she was nice. Okay. Bless your heart was nice. And for that, I appreciate it. And we had a good time. So whatever the fuck they had going on with each other, that's not my problem. So shut the up. That's why you don't have a wrench. Yep, that's exactly why. Starting crap. Somebody has bald spots though. I don't know. I mean, yeah, definitely Tonic has some bald spots. Maybe Rada might have some. maybe dude, Abe, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe he could come around. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe Birdo could come around. These are some people who have been on here before. So let's do this, guys. How about you come up and tell me about some people with whom could stand some redemption for the wrongdoings that they've done in their past. Bird has done way too many disgusting, undesirable, terrible, horrific things in the past that do not warrant him redemption. Tonic, Andrew, Steph, Golden Eyes, all these people who are all together, Rana, like these are the groups of people who do not deserve redemption. They are good with their buddies. And if you're trying to get in with them, I would suggest not to. However, instead, run in the opposite direction as fast as you can, because that would definitely be the safer route. Sugar Crit, then come up on the panel. You know, I'm actually, this is what I'm going to do. I have a pretty good server going on right now, and thanks to UPK, they've helped me to keep it going, and I do appreciate them. I even like the people who come and go often with their pussa rage quitting and returning. However, I'm going to do a new thing. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually set up some meetings to have in my VC. And if you don't show, you don't stay. So if I don't talk to you, you don't stay. There's too many people hiding behind the avatars and wanting to continue to be involved with groups, to be social, be accepted. So I'm going to go through a list of people with whom I would like to set up some meetings, because I haven't actually heard them speak ever. And I think that's a great idea, because I came up with it. And also, I think it's really good for you to be able to speak to me on a one-on-one. Hey, TOS. So, I've spoke to Hammy. I spoke to Gia. I've spoken to Crazy Dingo, which I kind of wish he'd come back into my server. But we have to share a server to be friends, to be able to send you the link. So maybe you can change that in your settings so that I can ask you to come into my server. Okay. He's probably in UPK as well. I wouldn't doubt it. Shiva is definitely in UPK. And for many years, I insinuated that and asked him about it. And he continuously said, no, I'm not. But then when I found out he was, I was like, you are, you lied. Oh, not a good thing. All right. Let me look at my list. Big Kahuna. We're going to have a meeting soon. Kane Corsa, Mom, we may have talked. If we've never talked before, then literally we're going to have a meeting. I'd love to talk to you and get to know you. Manimal is saying that Abe, let me go ahead and highlight this one. Abe is in UPK, I heard. Well, Manimal, let's ask him ourselves. Abe, if you are available, please join my panel. Abe, if you are available, please join my panel. Daphne inspects. King Nerd. Kimmy P. Lisa Lynn. Matt SEKY. Now, if I have spoken with you on a panel, we can go ahead and dismiss the meeting unless you would like to have it anyways. Thumbelina, Mode 33, Mystical, Paige, I'd like to talk to you again someday. Prester John, Super K. A lot of these I'm skipping because I've already talked to you in the past. Verbal Kent. Talk to that one, that one, that one. And yeah, talk to him. Okay, so that's pretty much it. And everybody else I've talked to already. So if I did say your name, I would like to have a meeting with you so we can shoot the breeze with each other and see how you're feeling about the internet life and how it's been treating you. So let's get back to the main topic, and that is Rebel. Guys, if you're bullying him, if you're going real life, fucking stop, motherfuckers. There's no reason for this. But, to be fair, I'm gonna get in trouble for this. It does give Rebel content. And that's kind of what we're all seeking, especially daily streamers. They're seeking content. And as a content creator, I do understand that I can kind of take things here and there and put it together. I'm always thinking about content creating, always. I don't always have the ambition or motivation to go live because I don't have enough information on what I need to talk about. I do have a couple topics that I want to bring up, but they're really serious topics. They're kind of maybe boring for some people, but maybe the general public will find them interesting. So anyways, well, let's see. Manimal, are you having a one-on-one VC with people? I can bring them all in at the same time, which would be really cool. And we can get to know each other. Manimal, are you willing to come up? Listen, if I called your name, you're welcome to come up on the panel now, and we can talk publicly, and that will definitely exempt you from the one-on-one VC meeting. What a better way. There isn't a better way to get to know each other than to do it through the VC or on a live panel, which I'm doing now. Liliana, are you even in my server? Or are you under a different name? Yeah, Tyler Durden, guys, is here under DTV, like Durden Tyler Vision. And the first rule of Fight Club is that you don't talk about Fight Club, Tyler. Gosh. Oh no. Well, I feel like the a-hole right now, slightly, that Liliana is in the server. However, she's under a different name, so what could it be? Oh, it's Daphne and Specs, and I actually even have her name in my notes. You know how there's like a note section, which is really handy to have. It is there. So, want to come up? We might have talked in the past. I'm sure we have. So, well, we can skip that one then. Cool. Check. Yeah, it's pretty cool that the weird account is in, and they're actually pretty much the only troll so far in the chat, and that's okay. So I just want to say that some people are bullies, and I would not stick up for a bully. And a bully is quick to join on a severe, intense dog pile. They're quick to do it because a bully is weak and they need the backup. Now, I can remember times when I would go on a panel and I was such a threat to people that they would have to dogpile me because they were afraid to go one-on-one. I'm serious. I'm being serious about this. No, seriously. Hey, listen. This is for real. All right? This really, really happened. Now, why couldn't they just talk to me one-on-one? Why did they have to go at me on Authority Checks panel? You know, why did ASMR and Tonic and Steph have to go hard at me in a way that that made them look very bad? And a lot of people did speak out about that, but there were a lot of people who stayed quiet. Now, why would somebody stay quiet when they see me or Rebel getting dogpiled? Why would anybody stay quiet? I think that they're staying quiet because they don't want to be next. No one wants to be in the hot seat, but somebody's always in the hot seat. If you notice, there's always one in any group. There's always the scapegoat, the black sheep, the hot seat sitter. It's inevitable. I mean, look in your servers. You'll see that one person is getting picked on. Maybe another person is getting picked on. And then there's some people who people would never pick on them. Why is that? Is it because they're the server owner or the channel owner? Or at a different rank, or maybe they have more friends, or maybe they're perceived as stronger. Could that be it? It varies. It depends on the groups. And I like to study groups. I like to study individuals. That's my background. That's what I studied. I definitely like to study personalities, and I can definitely spot a psychopath when I see one. Yeah, I can definitely spot one, and I have tried to distance myself, but I still like to talk about them. I have held back a lot from talking about people with whom I want to because hindsight is 2020, and at this point, you know, I've matured. I've gotten out of the hot seat. I haven't been dogpiled. I feel like I went through that hazing, and now I'm at the other side of it, and that's just my online persona. That's what I had to go through. Not everybody has to go through that. But I did, as a strong individual with my own channel. I had to do that, I guess, because there were so many people who were jealous of me and my channel or whatever it was. They were jealous. I was a threat to them and they wanted what I had. So the way that they could steal it from me is to smear my name and dogpile. So not a good thing. Nobody liked when that was happening. It was really cringe, but not a lot of people stood up because they didn't want to be the next one. And many people just thought, hey, she can handle it, I'm sure. I mean, I put myself in situations where they could dogpile me, obviously, if I went up on the panel. I had my own reasons for doing that. But yeah, so I could teach you guys, if you want to use the word bully all the time, I could teach you how to playfully bully somebody and still come out ahead as being cordial and friends with that person. Yeah. And there is a way. It doesn't have to be filled with the hate, the ill will, and other such things that would separate you from them. You know, forever. There's a way to play and roast and still be able to keep the relationship of whatever it may be. Sometimes you can't even define what the relationship is. And that's what they call relationship anarchy. There's that's actually a thing. So yeah, I guess I would just promote letting go of the hate and the ill will for other people and, show respect, but definitely poke at people, roast them, have fun with them, and allow them to do the same to you. Don't take anything personally. That's the second agreement. And I kind of see some people doing that, like this one. You see? So, Beaver, you have your picture there. Very nice. Yeah, you guys are pretty transparent at this point. Wow, I love it. I love it. Beaver is the type where he provokes people, definitely, and they fire back. Um, at that point, though, he will definitely leave if it gets too intense. Well, I mean, you're putting it out there. If you can't dish it, and you can't take it, then don't dish it. I think that's how it goes. If you can't take it, don't dish it. If you dish it, then take it. But also, don't take anything personally. If you guys can get that in control, then that will make a whole world of difference for you. Seriously, it takes off a lot of pressure off of you because then you just you can roll shit off your back. Anything that they say to you has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them and how they're feeling. If someone is smearing your name, they have a problem with themselves. Clearly. Now, if they're telling a story and they're providing a point about something, that's a different story. But to just put up these like memes and pictures and disparaging things about people, that's not right. That's fraud, waste, and abuse. Okay. I mean, let's get down to the real on it. Beaver, Shelly, am I blacklisted from your server? Well, you're not on the black hole at this point. I know that you were earlier, and then you were promoted to the hot seat. But now, if you are back, I'm going to give you another role. Just give me a color that you like, and I will definitely assign that to you. Shelly, Dingo, how about this? I'm not going to take that comment personally, but that you know that I don't like that, right? I mean, you know that. Come on, dude. For real. You know that. You know that I have a bunny that I really love and that I would never put in a pot to eat, but yet, you want to bring up that you have a new cooking pot. I don't give a fuck about your new cooking pot. But if you really think that you have to tell me that, then that's fine. I mean, you do you, yo. Beaver's misunderstood. Naughty dingo. Oh no, dingo. Yeah, and this is the thing. You don't know where that person's coming from. That person just may want to be getting your attention, or they just may want to, like, that's their way of playing with you. I mean, if they don't know what to say to you, then they'll say things that are, gonna get you going, or they'll provoke you or something. So a lot of people just want the action, the excitement that goes along with two people quarreling. I'm just waiting for the moment where Swedish Sugar and I start quarreling again, like we did before, and she called me a lot lizard. So I remember that, and if that happens, then that'll be exciting, but I won't appreciate it. It'll make me very sad. So I'm glad that her and I got over that and that we're really, really good and everything. That's really good. All right. Well, this was kind of just a drama panel. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hang it up. But the next time that I go live, I will talk about politics. The time after that I go live, I'm going to be talking about MCTD, which is mixed connective tissue disease, and it's an autoimmune disease. And I'll just talk a little bit about that. If anybody can relate to that, cool. There's so much I want to say about politics, but I'd be on here for a very long time. And I just talked about it for an hour, so I'm probably going to put that on hold and do a whole panel about it. I appreciate that, Beaver. I do. Or maybe you're talking to Happy Hippie, but I think she is as well, for sure. Wonderful person and very friendly to all people. My bunny's scratching on my pillow. Hey there. Come on. Yeah, cool. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. And I will see you next time. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.